Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to begin this video by giving all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAKAH, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of GreatMillStone who grew well. Shalom to you Akim out there that's teaching, living the word of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI in all truth and in sincerity. Once again, as always, Yahawah is the true name of the Heavenly Father who the world calls God. YAHAWASHI is his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Alright? Those are the true names in the Paleo Hebrew, okay? And the gods of the Bible, the gods of the Israelites today are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. According to the Spirit, according to the prophecies that's written in the scriptures, man. Alright, and BAHASHAM or Kakadash means in the name of the Holy Spirit, where we draw inspiration from to teach and do videos and edify the elect of the nation of Israel, okay? And pretty much in this lesson, we're going to go into the fact that this devil, when I say the devil, I'm talking about the so-called white man, has pretty much messed up the earth, man. You know, he jacked up the earth and has everything out of course, man. You know, and the Heavenly Father in these last days is raising up his men, his elect, his prophets, all right, to pretty much preach the word out, push the word out, and eventually we're going to have to clean up what this devil broke, man. All right, so that's pretty much like the title of the lesson, man. The elect men of the Lord is going to have to clean up or fix what the devil broke, okay? And pretty much we're going to get into some scriptures, man, and first start off with the fact that we're cleaning things up right now, and we're setting up a standard, all right, spiritually first, man, by pushing the word out, man, okay? Because this devil has everything and everybody spiritually out of order, man, and we're coming with the scriptures to set things right, man, all right, through the Spirit, man. All right, and then also this devil has carnally messed up the earth as well, man, and the elect is going to have to clean that up too, you know. All right, so the first scripture we're going to hop into is Job 9:24, man. All right, go ahead. This
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, and we all know this scripture. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. And we know that the wicked, according to the scriptures, was Esau, Edom. And today, their descendants are you so-called white people, man. Today you call yourselves Caucasian, all right? But really, you're the Edomites, according to the scriptures, man. And the Heavenly Father gave you the rulership of the planet Earth right now, man. We're in a time where you're ruling the planet Earth, man. The Lord said He sets up kingdoms and He brings down kingdoms. All right, now we're in the time of your kingdom, man. All right, and we're really in the last leg of the Roman Empire, okay? Because you ruled during the Romans as well, but now we're in the last leg of the Roman Empire, man. But the scripture said that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So up top, you know that some shit is going to go wrong, man. You know some shit is going to go wrong if the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. And that's evident to see on the planet Earth today, all right? Things are backwards. Everything is out of course. All right. Wickedness is at an all-time high. Abominations is being pushed on the earth at an astronomical level, man. Okay. So read it again.
This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. And like it tells you in the book of Proverbs 29:2. It tells you that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. And you see that on the planet Earth today, man. Everybody's in a state of mourning, man. Everybody's sick. Everybody's got mental disabilities, cancer, left and right, all these diseases that's never been on the earth before is now wreaking havoc in these times, man. You know, things are really bad. This devil is putting things all in our food to corrupt our biological makeup, you know, and everybody's just in a state of mourning, man. You know, everybody's getting their money taken from them, you know, and people can barely survive out here, man. We're making pennies, man, you know, and rent and all of that is constantly going up, and the cost of living is going up, man. So it's like, well, if we're getting paid pennies and the cost of living is going up, man, how are we going to survive out here, man? But you can blame that on the so-called white man. You can blame that on the devil, man. Starting with these elite bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, man, because they really the wicked that the scripture is talking about, man. All right, the earth was given into their hand, man. The king of Babylon, man. All right. But like I said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And you obviously don't see that right now, man. All right, you obviously don't see righteousness flourishing throughout the world. Okay, righteousness is just totally void in this space, in the times we're living in now, man. Okay, but the elect, like I said, the Most High through the Spirit is raising up His elect men. All right, putting the flesh and the sinews upon their bones again, and we're waking up to as an exceeding great army, man. All right, and we're going out to the highways and the byways, teaching the word and being involved in this spiritual battle, man. All right, this spiritual battle, and our sword and our weapons that we have to combat the wickedness. All right, and to pretty much get things back, try to get things back in order, is with the scriptures, man. All right, because the scriptures, when you read the Holy Scriptures, everything it gives you order, man. All right, it gives you order. All right, it gives you peace. All right, within a nation, within the world itself, man. Okay, and that's why people are always claiming, oh, where's the peace? Where's the peace? Why is all this bad shit going on? Well, that's because the earth is being ruled by a fucking devil, man. Right. All right, and the righteous are not in authority right now, man. But the righteous, like I said, are being raised up, and we're using the banner, which is the scriptures. Can you get that scripture?
Yeah.
Isaiah 13.
This is Isaiah 13:2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Yeah, the banner that the scripture is talking about, when you look at the word, all right, banner, I'm going to look it up real quick. The word is nas or nasa. It says something lifted up, standard, a standard, okay? Pretty much a standard, man. And it's obvious to see that the world that we live in today, the people that are out here, they're not living up to a standard, man. All right, the morale is at an all-time low, man. All right, everybody out here is just doing whatever the fuck they want to do, man. Living by the lust of their flesh, man. Whatever feels good to them, they just doing it, man. You know, whatever feels good, they just doing it, man. And that's why you see homosexuality at an all-time high, adultery is at an all-time high. Everybody's fat as fuck because they're giving into their gluttony that they have, man. Okay, everything is just out of order right now, man. Okay, but through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI, we're raising up a standard, man. And the standard is the scriptures, man. All right, and this is mainly to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, because it starts with us, man. All right, it starts with you because you're the chosen people of the Most High, man, of YAHAWASHI, man. And He gave us first and foremost these laws, statutes, and commandments to live by, man. All right, and like it tells you, matter of fact, you get Deuteronomy 4. Somebody, it tells you in Deuteronomy the 4th chapter that the Most High was going to give us laws, statutes, and commandments, man, in the sight of our nations, in the sight of the nations. Go ahead. Deuteronomy 4 and what? 4. Yeah, you can start at 1.
It's Deuteronomy 4 and 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments. Verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Yep.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Yes, so it said keep therefore and do them, man. You know, that's why it tells you also in Revelations, blessed to see that, read it, and keep those things that are written therein, man. So you can't be a talker, you gotta be a doer of the word. We gotta be following these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Because this is our, like I said, it's our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the nations. Keep going.
It says, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Yeah, so that was the point, man. So when we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we're likened unto a great and understanding people, man. All right, we're going to know how to keep our women in order, our children in order, our communities in order, and not only that, the entire planet Earth, man. All right, we're going to know how to do the land Sabbath, all right, which is pretty much just, you know, letting the land rest for 7 years. You know, you crop and you grow things for 7 years, and then you let the land rest for 7 years, man. Okay, and we had an understanding of that, man. But now this devil is just, he's pretty much nowadays, he's just overworking the earth, man. You know, he's overworking the earth, you know, because he feels in his mind that there's just too many people in the world and we got to feed all these people, man. But that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I speak on that? Just to show what the brother was talking about, there was a documentary about how the nutrients of the soil are been depleted. And that there was in this documentary, this farmer said that it doesn't matter how much more pesticides and fertilizers get put into the ground, but that there's certain trace minerals which are no longer there that can't be replenished with fertilizers, petroleum, or any of these other nitrates that they inject into the ground. He just says, he's all before, the vegetables and everything we grew just used to be stronger. Now everything's sickly, and it has to be over-medicated and over-fertilized just to produce. And again, just like this brother says, the reason is because that it's dead soil. Esau's running it into it, and he literally ran it into the ground.
Yeah. And on top of that, he's manipulating the seeds too, man. He's manipulating the seeds. The brothers from Texas went to like a farmer's expo or something like that, man, and all the seeds were blue. Like a lot of the seeds that they were looking at were fucking blue, man. When was the last time you seen a blue seed, man? That shit was not natural. It was not normal, man. You know, this devil, he's just creating shit in laboratories, man. Because he doesn't know how to run the planet Earth, man.
Right.
If he just followed the law, statutes, and commandments, everything would be good, man. You know, but that's that reprobate mind in the so-called white man, man. All right, the soul within him is just not upright, man.
Oh.
You know, and like the scriptures say, I quote it all the time: "Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness," man. He has the scriptures, he knows the Bible, but he's not gonna follow the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Because he's, like I said, he's a damn reprobate, man. He's the wicked, all right?
Jeremiah 50. You want me to do?
Because pretty much what we're doing, all right, we read that we had to lift up the banner, man, which is the Bible, which is our standard, man, which is the standard that the world has to be governed by. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 50:2. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not, say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces.
Yeah, so the point of that was pretty much just to declare among the nations, man, and publish it, man. And that's what we're doing in these last days, man. We're letting the so-called white men know. We're letting all these heathen nations know. We're letting our people know, man, that this is the standard that our people, that the world needs to be governed by, man. It's said to publish it, man, make it public, man. And that's why we go on the highways and the byways, man, and we declare this thing, man, amongst the nations, man, and with all boldness. We preach this word, man, and let these people know that this is the standard that the world needs to be governed by, man. You know, not the standard that the so-called white man likes to set up and all his laws and all of that, man. Because that's not, all his laws are not order, man. You know, there's no order in that. There's no life that comes out of that shit, man. All right. If anything, all that stuff causes confusion and disorder, man. All right. And on top of that, his laws and all his statutes and stuff that he makes up, it doesn't favor you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, it doesn't lead you to life. These scriptures are the only thing that's going to lead you to life, man, in peace, man, amongst the nation, amongst our nation, man, first and foremost. Okay?
Can I say something more? Yeah, another thing that Esau does is he writes these new laws and he passes them by legislation, right? And then he ends up, you know, coming up with new laws, which ends up breaking the old laws. So he's always overriding on his own laws. He can't even keep his own damn laws, you know? Right. That's basically the point.
Yeah, man.
Right. Back in the day, when Esau used to be, you know, when he used to write those laws actually used to stand for something. Nowadays, with the corporatocracy taking over the government, and basically we're now being thrusted full on into fascism, where you got the government working with these corporations along with these religious churches. You know, you have these laws now being broken, rewritten by the lobbyists of either these corporations or these big mega churches. So again, these laws that used to stand for something are all falling now. They're simply there to be bought and purchased by the highest bidder now.
And then I mean, see, this is I believe I don't remember who I'm just roughly paraphrasing. It says, "Give me control of the money, and I care not who writes his laws, man." And that clearly says that they don't care what kind of laws are intact, because with having the upper hand on the monetary gain, man, they could bypass all that, man. So they could break for their own laws, you know.
And that was Amschel Rothschild, the father, and then later on his son took that quote again, Nathan or Nathaniel Rothschild. So that's a famous saying within that own banking family. So they know what's the truth with money.
Yep, that's right, man. Can you grab 2 Thessalonians? Overnight.
So, and then just back on the whole part with the laws, what we're going to start seeing now, especially when it comes to food law, it's going to get even worse. And that's because now the ex-corporate people that used to work for Monsanto, Trump has now put them in charge of the EPA. And so you're going to start seeing a lot more of the food, which wasn't allowed to be made public or be allowed for human consumption, it's now going to get the green light. Because this is what's known as the rotating door, or basically talking about how these government officials will pass laws knowing very well that once they retire from the government job, they're going to have a cushy job at that agro business that they passed the law for. And vice versa, they come back into the government to pass more law. Dick Cheney did this with Donald Rumsfeld. That's why we have aspartame and all our sugar-free stuff now that breaks down to formaldehyde. It's all wickedness.
Yeah, man. And like we mentioned earlier, how pretty much the people's spirits are mourning, man. And a lot of that has to do with the food as well. You know, because the food was meant to be, like there's a quote, medicine is your food and let food be your medicine. Yep. And pretty much food is supposed to heal you, it's supposed to uplift your spirit, it's supposed to put you on a certain vibration, man. Yep. But now the food nowadays is just putting everybody on the super, super low vibration, man. Because first and foremost, the shit's not real, okay? The fruit, from the fruit to the vegetables to the nuts we eat, everything, man, is all defiled, man. Everything is in these cans, and a lot of these, the cans is lined with, what's this shit called?
It's that plastic, the bisphenol A, BPA.
Yeah, BPA, yeah, the BPA shit.
It's basically estrogen.
Yes, like an estrogen, like byproduct or something like that, man. Go ahead.
Slocky. Back in the day, DuPont, they were trying to come up with a synthetic estrogen back in the 60s for the women who couldn't produce estrogen anymore. And the EPA back then said that it wasn't fit for human consumption. And Dow Chemical, because they spent so much money producing this chemical, they decided to find another use for it. And the use that they found for it was that it was a good insulator against heat and to keep food away from metals. But it in itself is estrogen. So when you break that liner, when you heat up water in a bottle because it hits the sunlight, whatever, all that stuff, you touch receipts. It's the powder that's on all those receipts you see now. All that shit is a dose of estrogen, and that powder on those receipts, it's micro. It's micro powder. So no way can you touch it and it not go into your pores. And especially if your hands are, they said that if your hands are wet and you touch those receipts, it's a 100% absorption rate. So that's a straight up estrogen shot right there.
Yeah, and I just Go ahead. Yeah, and we're another thing. What he was saying on the paper, you know, we had looked it up. I believe we even found out that toilet paper had estrogen in it too. So I mean, you can't get around it. Even when you're wiping down, man, he's getting you. Even, you know what I'm saying? He's getting you literally.
That's
you know?
like a direct injection.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, there's no way around it. We looked it up, and I had, you know, asked about it. We looked it up, and sure enough, it was true.
And on top of that, man, I just want to say real quick before I forget. And on top of that, man, all the fucking food, man, has soy in it, man.
Yep.
All right, and soy is countless.
Testosterone blocker.
Yeah, it's a testosterone blocker, man. Yep. There's been countless studies, countless tests out there, Now, scientists and shit been coming out with the fact that all this soy in our food is causing our estrogen levels in men to raise, man. So now the men out here are not really even men no more, man. Our estrogen levels are just, they're not where they're supposed, I mean, our testosterone levels are not where they're supposed to be, man. You know?
And that all has to do with this environment, like what this lesson's about. It's not just so much that this evil freaking devil, Edomites out there have purposely done this. You know, they've done some of these things purposely, but it's their actions and the follow through of their actions which causes this world to become destroyed. Another, you know, last example I'm going to give. If you're now, you know, do not go out and buy sea salt. If you have sea salt, throw it away. Because what they found, there was a recent study where they took 16 popular house salts and they tested out those 16 brands, which they didn't reveal, by the way, because they didn't want to destroy these companies. But they found that 80% of all the sea salts now had microplastics in them.
Yeah.
So, and that's just because, again, because all the plastic now goes into the ocean, and where do you think they get the salt from? They basically dredge a bunch of seawater.
Right.
They let it dry out, and all those micro particles that break down get put into your salt. So now when you're drinking or using any type of sea salt, you get BPA or plastic put into your system.
And that plastic, once it's in your system, man, that shit don't digest fast, man. It sticks to your colon, man. It's just there, man. And
40 years to break down.
Yeah, oh goddamn, yeah, and then that shit sticks there, man. You know, it sticks to your colon, man. You know, and that's why motherfuckers got guts, man, and we all got that shit in us, man. Ain't none of us exempt, man. All of us are defiled. We all in this damn, the scriptures say that flee from Babylon because this place is polluted, man. And we're in the midst of this shit, you know. But it's through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, he's having mercy upon us, man. And like the scripture says, through the Lord's mercies that we're not consumed, man.
Yep.
Consumed by all this bullshit out here, man. And the perfect precept we're gonna get right now is that 2 Thessalonians, man. Because you so-called white people, man, you love destroying shit, man. You love destroying the people. You destroying your damn self, man. You polluting the air that you gotta breathe, man. That's how you know this man is a reprobate, man. The word reprobate means void of judgment, man. He don't think before he do shit like that, man.
No.
He don't really think about the outcome, man. You know? He don't think about how, well, he does in a way, you know, but he thinks about how it's gonna cause death because that is his goal, you know, but it's retarded at the end of the day, man, what he's doing, you know? 2 Thessalonians?
It's 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
And the falling away is talking about us going into a state of not knowing who we were, man. All right? Just our heritage and all that totally just taken away from us, man. And that started during the time of slavery, all right?
And that man of sin be revealed.
And that man of sin be revealed. Who's the man of sin, man? That's talking about the so-called white man, Esau, okay? Because when you go back into the book of Genesis, it started off with Cain, man. You know, Cain had that reprobate spirit, man. That spirit of just not following the law, statutes, and commandments, man. He was just sin. He just naturally did wickedness, man. You know. Go ahead.
The son of perdition.
Oh, Slaki. And then I wanted to say that same spirit followed into Esau, okay? That same wicked spirit, that reprobate spirit, and then it trickled down to all the rest of you Edomites, man. Okay, go ahead.
The son of the man of sin be revealed.
And he's being revealed in Slaki. He's being revealed in these times, man. Why? By how? Through the prophets, man. The Most High is revealing the so-called white man for who he is, man. We're raising up his skirt and we're airing out all his dirty laundry, man. And we're letting these people know out here that, look, this, especially our people, that this man is the damn devil, man. You need to stop cleaving unto him, man. Whatever he tells you, man, is a damn lie, man. He's a hypocrite, man. He don't even, a lot of times, he don't even live by his own laws that he makes, man. Nope. He don't abide by that shit at all, man. But he want everybody else to abide by it, man.
That's right.
You know, he's so-called, he's above his laws, you know?
Nope.
So he's being revealed for his wickedness, man. And then that spirit of knowing who this devil is and how he is getting throughout the entire planet Earth, man. And that's why you got all these nations coming up against the so-called white man, man.
That's right.
You know, for all of his pride, Donald Trump is going throughout the world and ruining relationships with people, ruining relationships with these nations, man. You know? And everybody's starting to realize, man, goddamn, like, we dealing with America, but we're really being fucked over, man. You know, our people are holding on to American tradition and taking hold of, you know, American customs, and that's why those Arabs over in the Middle East are so fucking gung ho about, you know, their religious freedom, their religious freedoms and how they worship, man. Because they know that the ways of the so-called white man is death, man, and disorder, man. You know, and that's why when the so-called white men go over to the Middle East, man, they willing to blow themselves the fuck up and all of that, man. Because they know how destructive destructive the ways of this man is, man.
Can I speak on that real quick?
Yeah.
It's just like this brother was saying, those Arabs, when you go into their Quran and you read, they call the white man the Dajjal, right? The Antichrist, right? They call him, this is why they call him the great Satan. Because in the Quran, it actually tells you that the Dajjal is going to come and invade and try to invade them and corrupt all their women, all their sons. He's going to destroy their livelihood, and he's going to corrupt. And he just talks about the corruption. This is why when these Arabs, when Edom eventually went over there and to try to, you know, colonize that place, that's why they went apeshit, because not only did they know just from seeing everything and understanding that Edom is the border of wickedness, they were told in the Quran that this is what's going to happen. So again, this is just showing you that even all the way back, right, that they knew that they had this built into them, that you got to watch out for this eventual devil that's going to come and destroy them. It would be the great Satan, so-called Edomites or Caucasians.
Right. Yeah, but keep reading that.
The man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah, the son of perdition, man. All right, the son, the so-called white man is a son as well, man. But he's the son of Satan, man. All right, and the word Satan means the adversary. All right, he's adverse to the ways of the Most High, man. Whatever the Most High set up to be right and righteous, the so-called white man just tears that down, man, and he destroys that and says, nah, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it that way. Most High said this, but nah, to hell with that, man. He said don't put homosexuals to death. I'm gonna uplift homosexuals, man. I'm gonna give them laws, man. I'm gonna give them freedom. I'm gonna give them life and rights and shit. I'm gonna let them walk about the planet Earth freely, man. And if anybody calls them a faggot or calls them out of their name or some derogatory remarks towards them, I'm gonna make it illegal for that shit, and I'm gonna throw people in jail, man. That's the shit that they're doing now, man. You know, they're passing laws and shit, man, to uplift homosexuality, man. You know, and transgenders, man. You see transgenders they're fucking everywhere, man. It's ridiculous, man. You know, you got bearded transgenders, man, and it's niggas too, man. It's niggas, man. Just the other day, man, I seen a horrible sight, man, out here, man. Man, I was driving, man, and it was just, the nigga had to at least be 6'5", man. 6'5", black as hell, and it was ripped, man. But the bad thing about it was the nigga had on a purple wig and a fucking dress, man, with some flip-flops on, man, crossing the street. I said, oh, god damn, man. I thought I threw up in my mouth a little bit. It just looked nasty, man. It looked off, man. And then what was crazy is later that day, I seen the same thing, man. I seen a so-called white man, I seen a so-called white man with a straight skirt on and some, like, what do you call it, high heels and one of them little tops that bitches be wearing, man. I was like, man, this fucking city, but really it's this world, man. It's this world that's just messed up, man. But you can thank the so-called white man for that, man. Because he's the son of perdition, man, the son of destruction, man. He destroys people's minds, first and foremost, spiritually, and then he'll destroy you physically as well, man. That's why we were talking about, he'll go over in the Middle East and just bomb the shit out of people's countries, man. For no apparent, just because he wants something, man. Just because he's greedy for the oil and the resources over there, man. You know, destroy people's societies, man. Steal their resources from them, man. And then try to take over their lands and act as if we're bringing light and truth democracy to the land, man. Man, this man is a fucking devil, man. The word devil means deceiver, man. He's out to deceive the world, man. And that's why the scriptures talk about. You got to said, Slack, I'll get you. That's why the Most High said he revealed him, or he was taken out of power that he wouldn't deceive the nations, man. All right, because it tells you during the time of Greeks and Maccabees that he was, when the wicked came into power, or when the so-called white man that came into power, wickedness multiplied, man. You know, so it went from the Greeks and then to the Romans, and then it said he was taken out of power so he wouldn't deceive the nations, but the Most High, through the Spirit, because he had to fulfill a purpose, he was raised up again, man, for a little season, man, to deceive the world again, man. You got to be said.
Yeah, this is Psalms 55, and I'm going to start at 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Yeah, the words of the so-called white man are smoother than butter, man. He'll come in like he got the solutions, but really in his heart and in his mind, he set out to destroy you, man. To destroy the nations, man. You know? He even come out with certain articles and shit like that concerning the food and say, oh, this won't have this type of adverse effect like that. And then I'm reading it like, what the fuck? It does have that adverse effect, man. He's a damn devil, man. You know? That's how I see that all the time, man. You know? But war is in this man's heart, man. Just like he'll put organic on the food, man. You know? But it's came out constantly that a lot of that organic food is not actually organic, man. You know, it's just him slapping labels on shit. Oh, it's organic, because I said it's organic, man. You know, but war is in this man's heart, man. People still consuming genetically modified organisms, man. And even if you can even if it is organic, man. You know, even if it is organic, that doesn't mean it wasn't treated with pesticides, man. Pesticides and herbicides and all that shit, man. Which is again estrogen byproducts. You know.
Can I say something? Yeah, like the brother was saying, because I found out that I guess he could slap on organic if it could be a GMO seed, but if he didn't spray no pesticides on it, he could say that it's organic, you know. But that's pretty much the point.
Yeah, see that, man.
That's the position.
Yeah, I wanted to get that too, man.
It's the dictionary.com prediction: a state of final spiritual ruin, loss of soul, damnation. It says the future state of the wicked. And then it says utter destruction or ruin.
Utter destruction or ruin, man. And under the rule of the so-called white man, that's what you're gonna get, man. You know, it's utter destruction, man. You know, to whether it's spiritually, man, spiritual destruction, physical destruction, man. You know, this man was set up to destroy shit, man. You know, but it's through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI that we're bringing life back, man, to the world, man. To first and foremost the elect, man. All right? Because as for these other peons who ain't going to get the word, they're going to be destroyed, man. They're going to allow the so-called white man to deceive them, man. You know? Was there anything more to that?
Yeah, it was. It says...
Go to the definition? Okay. Go ahead.
It says, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
That was the point. Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's the point of this video is pretty much that the Most High is setting us back up, man, to issue out righteousness, man, to the earth, man. You know, we're that light through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI, man. We're the light in all of this darkness that's out here, man. All right, giving solutions, man, to the problems, man. The so-called white man, first and foremost, is the problem, and we're giving a solution to the issue, man, at hand. All right, but it's like a lot of our people don't want to acknowledge the issue, man. You know, we're telling our people that this man is the devil. He's gonna lie to you. He's poisoning us. But niggas are too far gone to even to listen and to pay attention to what we're saying, man. To take hold to it, man, because they're indulging in their little pleasures that they have, man. You know, and ultimately they don't. The spirit is not in them to understand, man. That angel has that blocker on their eyes, man. That's why we say all the time, this is for the elect to get, man. Because the elect were set up as the governing body, man, to get things in order, okay? Somebody had Isaiah 10?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yeah, so woe unto him that decree unrighteous decrees, man. And basically, like we were going into it, a decree is like a law, man. You know, the laws that the so-called white man sets up, man, ultimately are completely unrighteous, man. You know, and one of the decrees that he's setting up recently is the fact that he wants to try to ban the Bible, man. You know, this devil, he's trying to ban the Bible because he knows the Bible has the answers, man. You know, and he has that, he pretty much has that wicked spirit in him already to go against the Most High, man. You know, and now we're saying that, oh, the Bible is wrong, and we can't be pretty much saying certain things about homosexuals, man. You gotta care for them, man. You gotta, you know, they're people too, you know, like this devil likes to say, man. You know, that's completely outside of what the Lord said to do, man. Leviticus 20 and 13 is very clear what you got to do with a homosexual, man. You have to put his ass to death, man. You have to, because that man has a man or woman has a demon on them, man. You know, they have demons on them, man. And in order, first and foremost, you got to put him out of his misery, because he's in misery whether they know it or not, man. Because of that damn demon that's on them, man. You know, and if that behavior continues, it'll spread like wildfire, man. You know, that demon, that spirit, man. You know, and that's what you see in America, man. All throughout America, the so-called white man put the vibration out there, and then now everybody else got that demon on them, man. You know, and if you ain't doing it, if you ain't a homo yourself, you have no problem with it, man. Oh, he could be a homo as long as he don't come near me. You know, it's all good, you know. But no, that's not the spirit you're supposed to be in, man. The Most High said, put him to death, man, period. Because it brings no life, man. It brings no life whatsoever, man. And like we read in Thessalonians, this man is the son of perdition, man. He's destroying shit, man. All right?
It says, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, I think the first verse is all wanted, man. Yeah, man, woe unto him that decreed unrighteous decrees, man. You know, his justice system, is all just backwards and messed up, man. You know, a lot of the laws that are on the books, man, they don't serve, his laws are not here to serve for you so-called Negroes, or not in favor of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, if a so-called white man or somebody of another nation does a crime, you know, and a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American does a crime, the so-called white man, he's going to get less time than the Negro, man. Because when you read his Constitution, all right, I believe it's either the 13th Amendment or the 14th Amendment. Slakia, but it pretty much tells you that how it talks about how slavery was abolished, but it was only abolished if for people who didn't commit a crime, you know. But if you committed a crime, they pretty much had every right to put your ass back in slavery, man. So that's the whole reason why this so-called white man is going around our communities, planting drugs everywhere, giving us guns so we can come up against each other, kill each other, so he can come in our neighborhoods, he can catch us, convict us of a crime, and throw our ass back in slavery, man. In these prisons, man. These prisons are the modern day slavery, man. It's modern day slavery, man. And I believe it's the 13th Amendment, okay? Because they made a documentary on it. It's called the 13th, all right? So that was set up, man. That's an unrighteous decree, man. It's an unrighteous decree to get you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans back into slavery, man.
Another thing, too, besides him physically setting us up with all his laws, everything, he spiritually sets us up, too. This is why you see pork in everything. Because if us Israelites, like it tells you in the book of Judith, if we were not to sin, if we were to keep the commandments to the best of our ability and not defile our bodies, the Spirit would reside more with us, and we would be less likely to fall to our enemies, right? But because this devil, he knows that he has to spiritually destroy us, so that way we're spiritually weak. He defiles us by feeding us pork, shrimp, making those things delicacy. Only in the recent history, because before, in the early 1900s, lobster was considered a pest food. Right, and pork was considered food for the poor, right? But see, he wrapped that up so that way he could spiritually destroy the Israelites.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and from you know, and our people, they love to indulge in the pork and all that shit too, but they don't believe that it's harmful to them, man. You know, they don't believe that it's harmful to them. I've been eating pork, this, that, and the third for years, ain't nothing happening to me. You know, but even if nothing happens to you, that still don't mean you're not going off according to the scriptures, man. The Lord said not to eat it, period. Leviticus the 11th chapter, man. You know, you're destroying yourself spiritually, man. You know, because you're not taking heed to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right. But like, again, you can thank this devil for uplifting that bullshit, man.
Yep.
Because if you don't know any better and you getting that shit pushed in your face, you're gonna think it's the right thing, man.
Yep.
You know, and that's why the scriptures also talk about how however the king is, that's how the people are, man. You know, if the so-called white man uplifts abominations, well, our people are just gonna follow right in suit. You know, follow right in line with it, all of that shit, man. You know.
100%. This is Ezekiel 4 verse 13. And the Lord said, Yahweh, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles.
The defiled bread amongst the Gentiles is talking about the food we eat, man. The genetically modified organisms, man. You know, plus all the fluoride in the water, man. You know, all the fluoride and not just fluoride, man. There's aluminum and rust and pretty much all of these poisonous little microchemicals and shit, man. This pretty much the same shit that they spray in these chemtrails is all in the water, man, because it eventually floats down into the oceans, and then the ocean water, a lot of the ocean water gets brought into
circulation.
Right, the circulation into our the systems out here where we live, man. You know, and then we drink that shit, man. You know, we drink that shit, man. So our bread is defiled, man. Our food is defiled, man. It's polluted, you know. And you can thank the so-called white men for that, man. You know.
Whether I will drive them, if I may say something. This just shows that the Bible is 100% accurate. You know, prophesies everything. You know. So you atheists, white people out there that say, you know, the Bible is fake or whatever, you know, the Bible prophesies about everything, man.
Yeah. Scripture say, the scripture say, let the Most High be true, and every man a lie. It don't matter what you say. Yeah. The scriptures talk about how our food are going to be defiled, man, and that's true. That's playing out. We see that. That's evident, man.
Since like the 1940s, that shit started getting defiled, man.
Yep. Now, and also going into the decrees and all of that. The so-called white man is also, you know, he has his heart programs and all of that, man. You know, everything that he sets up is what he, you know, his decrees and what he uplifts, man. You know, what he uses to destroy the people, man. You know, and his heart programs is a part of that, man. Messing up the weather patterns, destroying shit. You know, I got a list here. The fracking. You know, the frack, he's drilling into the earth, man, pulling all the oil out of the earth, man. And just recently I seen a commercial, man, about you know how the ducks and shit, they, you know, are being pretty much covered with the oil and shit that they're pulling up out of the oceans, man. You know, and this devil was coming in with his dish liquid and shit, which that shit is poison too, man. You know, yeah, it's all chemicals and shit too, man. He's on TV acting like he doing something good for the duck, man, cleaning up the duck, man. But you causing the issue, man.
Exactly, dude.
You fucking devil, man. How about you just stop pulling the shit out of the earth, man? How about you just stop pulling the oil out of the earth, man? Period. And you already know that you don't need oil and shit to make cars run and all of that, man.
Exactly.
Everything can be hydropower. Everything can be powered by electricity, man. And the proof in that is because you have hydropower cars, man. You have electrical cars, man. But there's no money in all of that, man. You know, he'd rather go, you know, to the different parts of the earth and steal all the oil and shit, man, and make money off of it, man. You know, they call that oil liquid gold, man. You know, but it's fracking, man, pulling the oil out of the earth. That's the shit that's causing the earthquakes, man. Because that's like the natural oil of the earth, man.
Oil and gas.
Right, the lubrication. There you go. And then it's causing the earthquakes when you do that, man. You know, and then that's why
mountains have
tectonic plates slip.
There you go. That's my point. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. The tectonic plates and shit, man. That's what helps the earth move back and forth because, you know, the shit's always moving, man. You know, but when it's not slipping right, you get all these earthquakes, man. You know? Yeah, and then on top of that, man, your money system is messed up, man. Your money system, the scriptures say to have just weights and balances, man. You know? When you have this paper dollar You're supposed to go into somewhere and get silver, man, or get some gold, man. You know, to be able to make transactions to get goods, man. You know, but this damn dollar, it's just paper, man. It's not worth anything, man. You know,
it's a measurement.
Right.
That's what it means.
Right. Yeah. Dollar means as a measurement, man. And you can barely measure a fucking dollars, man. It's a piece of paper, man. You know, it's supposed to be able to. That's why I said just weights and balances, man. It's supposed to balance out, man. You give me this for that, and that's how you make the exchange. You know. But this devil don't abide by it, man. But that's why it's called fiat currency, man. Fiat goes back to a Latin word, I believe, which means let it be, man. These devils are just in the spirit, like, just, you know, let it be. If they believe, if the people believe that it's money and currency, then let it be. It is what it is. And that's what they believe, because they know what's real. They know what real money is. They know what real substance is, you know. So in that aspect as well, this devil has everything out of course, and just everything's destroyed, man. You know, and on top of that, we know that gold and silver and all of that, that has true value in it, and it also has good health effects, man. You know, but hey, man, and another one, shit, we can't forget this. He got our women out of order, man. You know, he pushed that whole vibration of feminism, man. You know, back in the 70s with what's her name, bro? Gloria Steinberg. Gloria Steinberg, man.
She was a CIA plant.
Yeah, I was going to say that, man. Right. She's a CIA agent, man. You know, and he pretty much used her to push the vibration that you women are independent, this, that, and the third. Your body is your body. Do whatever you want with it, man. You know, but your body ain't your body, man, to be out here being promiscuous. Your body belongs to your man, man. At the end of the day, to your husband, man. And he's supposed to keep you in order, man. That's why the scripture said, give no water to passage. Don't let a wicked woman gad abroad, man. You know, that shit is out of order, man. And you can thank the so-called white man for that, man, because he pushed the whole vibration out there of feminism. And now that shit has quadrupled and multiplied to the 100th power, man, today, man. And that's why you go anywhere, all these women out here just totally slutted out, man, and just they're whores, man. They go into the clubs and they go there to meet a dude and get popped for the night, man. And do the same thing the next week, man. A bunch of goddamn hoes, man. And then a lot of them, you already know they got dudes, you know. They got dudes, man. You know, a lot of them motherfuckers out there are cucks, man. And a lot of you damn so-called men are allowing your women to do that, man. You know, jump on rod to rod, man. You know, allowing your woman to have sex, man. Well, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, man. And you women are doing it anyway, man. You know, just totally put women in that independent mind state and out of order, man. And unfortunately, our women, as always, we're always a target of this damn devil. At the end of the day, our women are the main ones that are under that vibration, man. You know, that I'm independent, I can do shit by myself, man. But you're fooled, man. You're fooled because nobody's independent, man. Nobody's independent, man. True independence, if you take your ass out in the woods and you build your own houses, plant your own crops, and make your own clothes, and that's being truly independent, man. You know. But if you living if you on the soils of America, man, and you got a job and you got a car, you're not independent, man. You're not independent. You rely on something or somebody to make that car, to make that purse, to keep the jobs up and running, to manufacture, pretty much just build buildings, you know. You need men, man, regardless of what you think, man. But the so-called white man has duped you and tricked you to think that you're independent, man. Got you all out of order, man. You know, and that's why a lot of women nowadays, they don't want families. I want to focus on my career. Focus on my career. And then you wonder why you focus on your career for 25 plus years, and when you hit 30, you can't have children. Or it's hard for you to find a mate, man. It's hard for you to find a husband, man. You know? Because you waited too goddamn long, man. You know? Motherfuckers don't want you when you used up. Right. They want you when you're young, man. Shit.
Want me to get that Isaiah 24:5?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the next one. Let's see.
Psalms 50.
Psalms 50 and 17. Hit that real quick.
This is Psalms 50 and 17. Seeing that thou hatest instruction and castest my word behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him. And
read it again,
verse 17. Seeing thou Seeing thou hatest instruction.
Yeah, seeing thou hatest instruction, man. So everything that we're talking about is because the so-called white man hates instruction, man. The instruction, where you find the instruction for life and how to govern yourself on the planet Earth is in the Holy Bible, man. All right? And the so-called white man hates that instruction, man. It's like you trying to tell a motherfucker, look, do it like this, man. Don't do it that way. Do it like this. And they just go and do it whatever anyway, man. That pisses you off, man. You know, if you tell your son or something, do this, and I want you to do it like that, and they completely do it the opposite way, that'll irk you, man. That'll piss you off, man. It's like, man, I don't even want this motherfucker, you know, he don't listen to me, man. What's the use of this dude? He's no use to me, man. And that's the so-called white man. You hate instruction and you're useless, man. But really, you're serving your purpose. But in actuality, in reality, you're no benefit. You're no benefit to the planet Earth, man. And how you are, man. Your mind state, your vibration is the completely opposite to anything beneficial. All right.
Seeing thou hatest instruction and countest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him.
That was a point. Sorry, that was a point. Can somebody grab Isaiah 24:5 now?
Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah, so the earth, the entire planet Earth, is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. You know? And it's talking about all the people, but it starts off with the so-called white man. He's the one that got this place defiled, man. He's the one that created the GMOs and the fluoride and sprayed the chemtrails and got everybody all out of order, man. You know? To the point where now everybody is just, they're following his ways, man. They're following his ways, and now everybody is contributing to the defiling of the earth. You know, and that's why you got those fucking gooks over there. They have their little, they had the Fukushima shit about the radioactive, and they had all that radioactive waste.
What's Japan?
Japan, right. In Japan, and they're just dumping that shit into the oceans, man. You know, all the radioactive chemicals, they're just dumping into the oceans, man. And that's why you see all of the ecosystem and the sea life that's in the water beaching themselves, you know. The beaching themselves, you got whole schools of fish washing up on shore. You know, you got sea lions and shit out there being poisoned, man, washing up on shore, dead as fuck, man. That shit's crazy, man. You know, and that's because the devil, he's just pumping and dumping shit out in the waters, man. And mind you, also these damn goops over there, what they're also doing is they're like recently Kim Jong-un was testing those nukes, man, and dropping them in the water, I believe, man. You know, and that's still radioactive. Right. That's still radioactive chemicals and rays and shit that's getting into the water, man. You know, and that's why the animals and stuff are beaching themselves, because they can't breathe, man. There's a lack of oxygen, man, in the water. You know.
And speaking about that, about radiation corrupting of the land, when Esau goes to war, all the spent munitions off these tanks and heavy machinery or heavy weaponry, all that shit's depleted uranium. Basically, that's used up radiation or nuclear rods. So when they shoot a sable, which is basically a long spear metal, like a spear, not only does it destroy what it destroys, but the metal that has landed in that area, it now creates radiation in that area. That's why you see a lot of people in the Middle East with these birth defects, because of the high radiation left over because of the wars and the ammunition that Esau takes over there. Right?
So yeah, the earth is defiled, man, because they changed the laws, man, and broken the everlasting covenant, man. See, the laws, the statutes, and commandments were meant to be useful and beneficial for us forever, man, for everlasting, man. You know, the everlasting covenant, the everlasting agreement to have life upon the earth, man. But that's broken, man. You know, that's been totally taken out of place, man. Okay? Keep going, verse 6. It
says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
Yeah, and that curse that it's talking about is these nukes, man. That's the curse that's going to devour the earth, man. All right, when World War III hits, all right, motherfuckers have taken the RFID chip and they all chipped up, them nukes are gonna fly over here, man, and throughout the world, man. All right, and they're gonna pummel America, and they're gonna pummel certain parts of the world, man. All right, and they're gonna burn everything up. And we all know that fire is a cleansing agent, man. If the earth is defiled, you need something to clean it up, man. You know, and our holy land, you know, I'm just thinking about it. The holy land that's defiled too, man. That's extremely defiled, man. And that's why the Most High, he gonna have to destroy that land too with nukes, man. Destroy all them motherfuckers over here over there that's polluting that our land, man. You know, gay parades, man, kosher pig. You know, I got all these damn devils over there sucking baby rods. You know, and those are spirits too that they're conjuring up, man. Putting wicked spirits out in that land, man. You know, and it shows you that the Most High is gonna bring judgment, because there's an account in the Old Testament, man, where it talks about how when the heathens, when we were pushed out of the land of Samaria, there was heathens implanted in that land, but they weren't following the laws, man. And the Most High sent lions in there to destroy all those people, and they had to pretty much bring the Levites over into the land to show them and teach them how to follow the laws and all that, you know. But that just shows you in these times as well, the Most High is going to have to do that same thing, man. There's all types of demons and evil spirits, and it's physically defiled as well, man. So the Most High is going to have to bring those nukes, man, and clean all that shit up, man. And burn all them damn devils out of our land, man. You know? Fire, like I said, is a cleansing agent, man. Read verse 6 again.
It's therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate.
And who is that talking about? That's talking about the people, man. You dwell in the earth, man. You people out there, people dwell within the earth, man. So when these nukes hit, man, the Most High is going to burn all you people up, man. Because all you people out here, y'all polluted spiritually as well, man. You know, and pretty much when you pollute it like that, the Most High, talking mainly to our people, the Most High has no use for you, man. You're a useless vessel that the Most High has to destroy, man. He's just going to get rid of you, man. He's going to burn you up, man. You know, and ultimately, because the blood of YAHAWASHI, it didn't cleanse you, man. You know, the blood of YAHAWASHI only cleansed the elect, man, spiritually, man. So we're the only vessels that the Most High can use, man. We're the only vessels that are redeemable, man. And that's why when he comes, he's gonna save us out of here, man. Everybody else is gonna be destroyed, man. You know?
Yeah. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
See, there you go. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left, man. And like I said, that's gonna come by thermonuclear destruction, man. 1 million degree heat. All right, it's gonna melt the flesh right off of you, man. All right, your tongues are gonna consume in your holes. Your eyes are gonna melt in your face, man. All right, and you're gonna be burned up, man. And everything is gonna be clean after that, man. It's just like if you see a wildfire. When these wildfires hit and they burn all of the land up, you know, it looks like it's doing damage, but really, at the end of it, all that fire is creating new soil, man. It's creating new soil and new nutrients and all of that, man. And then after that, you see new plant life come up, you know? New plant life. So that fire definitely is a cleansing agent, man. And as for our people, you're going to have to be burned, and that's going to be your mercy, man, you know? Because you're going to be reborn into the kingdom good, you know? You're going to be reborn as a new plant, man. You know, and you're gonna be straight after that, man. You know, but the point is, all you people out here, all you wicked ass people out here, man, you're gonna be burned, man. And YAHAWASHI is gonna have a part of that too, man. We can't forget about him. He's coming with those chariots, man, to burn all you wicked ass people up out here too, man. You know. And after that, we're gonna hit Jeremiah 16 and 16. All right, because the Lord's men, he gonna put the Spirit on us. He gonna give us spiritual power, man. If we're those elect men. And we're going to play a part in that too, man, in cleaning up the earth, man, and destroying and killing a lot of people out here, man. All you useless eaters, man. All you wicked-ass people, man. All right?
So Jeremiah 16 and 16 says, Behold, I will send for many fishers, said Yahweh.
And that's what we're doing right now. Right now is the time where we're fishing, man. All right? We're using the Bible as the bait to fish for the elect of the nation of Israel, man. And we're in the time where they're going to be catching on to it, man. They're going to catch on, man. And we're going to reel them in, and they're going to come into this thing, man. And they're going to be healed through the Spirit, man. All right? So we're fishing for them to come into this thing. All right? Go ahead.
and they shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters.
Yeah, so after will we send for many hunters, man. All right, so right now we're spiritually doing what we need to do to really be elect. But after this is all said and done with, you know, and the Most High gives the word, you know, he's gonna give us that, he's gonna save us, he's gonna give us those new bodies, man. All right, and we're gonna wreak havoc on the planet Earth, man. And we're gonna play a part in destroying a lot of people too, man. You know, so right now we're spiritually cleaning up this place and putting order back in this place. But eventually we're physically gonna come with it too, man. All right, we're gonna start by destroying a lot of people, man. Getting rid of all of these defiled ass, wicked ass people. Get them out of the way. All right. And then after that, we're gonna physically clean the earth, man. There's gonna be a new heavens and a new earth, man. You know, we're gonna get rid of all these goddamn chemtrails and all of this shit, you know, and the nukes are gonna play a part in that too. Just cleaning up the atmosphere itself, you know. But we're gonna go throughout the earth. We're gonna clean the water. We're gonna clean the earth, you know. And we're gonna do everything we need to do, man, to get things back in order, man. Everything that the devil broke, we're gonna fix it, man. Through the spirit power of YAHAWASHI. All right.
And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah, so we gonna hey man, we gonna hunt you people down, man, and we gonna mainly get you elites, man. That's why I talk about every hole in the rocks, man, because you elites, you got your doomsday bunkers and all of that shit, man. You know, and the Most High is gonna give us that spiritual GPS, man, and we gonna go get you devils, man, and we gonna pull you out of your damn little hole that you in, man. All right, and we gonna shackle you up and throw you in slavery, man. All right. You're going to go from a hole to a hole, man, because you're going to be living in pits, too. You're going to be living in fucking pits, man, in a dirt hole. And it ain't going to be all lavish how you got it, man. You ain't going to have your military power and all of that shit that you got now up in your doomsday bunkers, man. It's just going to be a hole with dirt in it, man, and fire ants, all right? So that's, yeah, let me see. Yeah, the last one I want to hit is 2 Peter 3:13, man.
2 Peter 3:13.
Yeah. So the Most High in these last days, man, he's putting the spirit on his prophets, man, to teach this word, man, to clean up our people spiritually first, man, and then we're gonna go throughout the planet Earth, you know, and clean up what the devil has pretty much defiled, man. All right, go ahead.
2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth.
And that's what we're looking for, man. Because we're looking around us and seeing that everything is jacked up, man. That's why the scriptures say, rise ye depart, for this place is defiled. Everybody's worshiping idols and demons. Everybody's fucking satanic now. You know, the food is defiled. Like we mentioned everything earlier, man. You know, we're looking for a new heavens and a new earth, man, because we can't stand this place, man. You know, this righteous spirit like Lot, man, was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, and we're just vexed with everything, period, in this society, man. You know?
Actually, can I get 12? Because the song, the ICBs right here.
Yeah.
It's verse 12. Looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And that's again talking about those nukes, man. All right, and everything is made out of the elements, man. The buildings, from the buildings to the animals to the plants, you know, even the people. We're all made out of elements, man. You know, so when these nukes hit, that fervent heat is going to dissolve all the elements out here, man. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yep, and that's what's going to bring up. That's going to be a part of what's going to bring about that new heavens and that new earth, man. Go ahead.
Notice the word says we. It's talking about the elect.
Yeah, and it's we, man. Yeah, because this book is for the elect at the end of the day, man. This is for those that are in the know. All right, this is how you know the Most High, he has a chosen, man. He ain't just talking about everybody, man.
Right.
He only talking to those that he gave the spirit to understand, man. Who he gave the gift of faith to, man, to believe in this word, man. We're looking for new heavens and a new earth, man. All right, the Heavenly Father, he's choosy, man, and he only has a small sanctuary that he's dealing with in these last days, man. And you know, and Lord will, we're a part of that number. Go ahead.
Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things.
Wait, read 13 again.
Verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth dwelleth righteousness.
Right, so that lets you know that righteousness ain't dwelling in the earth right now, man.
Right. Sure.
Wickedness is dwelling in the earth, man, because of the so-called white man, man. All right? So this is what we look forward to, man. Righteousness, man. Pure righteousness, man. 100% righteousness, man. And that's going to come by the elect, man, the governing body, man. We're going to clean this place up, man. We're going to put these heathens and this damn devil in slavery, man. All right? And the whole planet Earth is going to be governed by the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? Like the scriptures tell you, every word of the Most High is pure, man. All right? And these pure words are going to travel all throughout the planet Earth, man. All right? And if anybody comes against this, anybody transgress these laws, man, we going to pop into action, man, and get on their head, man. That's why the scriptures talk about there's going to be a rod of iron, and we're going to use it to beat the nations with, man, into powder, man, you know? So if they go off, we're going to have to get them right back in order, man, because there ain't going to be no wickedness on the earth, man. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless.
Yeah, so that was the point, man. You know, we're being diligent, man. You know, we're doing the shows and teaching, man, continuing to push out this vibration, man, because it's necessary for our people to get this word, man. All these prophecies ain't gonna really come to pass until we get this word out, man. We got to continue to push the vibration out there, man, so that the Most High continue to pray unto the Heavenly Father and hasten the day and beg Him to bring these things to pass, man. You know, that's being diligent, you know, doing your shows and just teaching, man, in general, man. You know, and this is what we're looking forward to, man. We're looking for a new heavens and a new earth, man, wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. Because everything nowadays under the hand of the so-called white man, who is Esau Edom, is just polluted, man, and out of order, okay? So with that, man, if we ain't got no more precepts, anybody? All right, that's it, man. Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Death to all you scoffers, death to America, and we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, BARAK. We're gonna say BARAK the YAHAWAH,
BARAK the YAHAWAH,
BARAK the YAHAWASHI,
BARAK the YAHAWASHI,
BARAK the YAHAWAH,
BARAK the YAHAWAH,
BARAK the YAHAWASHI,
BARAK the YAHAWAH,
BARAK the YAHAWAH,
BARAK the YAHAWAH,
BARAK the YAHAWASHI,
BARAK the YAHAWASHI,
BAHASHAM, BARAK.
BAHASHAM, BARAK.
Shalom.
Shalom.